Speaking of going to Ukraine, we got MrBeast, as my co-host was saying at the beginning of the episode, is getting cooked because his best friend, Ava Chris Tyson, announced his departure from all things MrBeast amid allegations of inappropriate conversations with people that are not of age. And so it looks like Ava actually tweeted out and said, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If I hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing recent events will be mutually decided best. I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus my family and mental health." And it's crazy because it seems like Mr. Tyson, or Tyson, that they're saying that it was a mutual agreement that, oh, I'm just going to separate because of these allegations, while MrBeast made it sound like, oh, I fired Tyson, and that they're not going to be around no more, and they're doing their own internal investigation. So it's kind of weird how one tweet kind of makes it seem like it's a friendly thing, and another tweet was like, MrBeast is just like, get that out of here.
Exactly. I mean, like my co said, it just don't sound right. But man, 16 years going down the drain, man. Allegedly, that's how long Chris, Ava, whatever you want to call, is Tyson and MrBeast have been friends for. But I mean, like, it's just gone too far, man. When is enough enough? When do you call your friend down and say, "Friend, you doing too much"? Because it looks like here that's what Tyson was doing, man. Was doing a little bit too much, and it got me looking at these YouTubers at target ages that's below over 18. Because I mean, that's the best way I can say it. You got to be real light on this topic. So I'm talking code a lot. So you got to be people that target those ages and like they're way older than that. You got to look at them sideways because I'm seeing it time and time again. They got YouTube videos of them. You got people like the lady that did the worst song ever with the guitar, she apologized. You got her.
Dr. Disrespect too.
You got Dr. Disrespect. You got a whole bunch of other people just doing crazy things
what was that one
with their fan base?
That one streamer's name?
The lady?
Zerka.
Yeah, Zerka also.
Doing weird stuff. So it's just weird to see a lot of people that are like, not necessarily YouTubers, but it seems like a lot of streamers. Like people that are like on Twitch and on, what's the other one? Rumble?
Twitch, Rumble, X, all those social media apps. I mean, but
no, that means the streaming ones, the streaming.
Oh
sites.
just Twitch, Twitch and Rumble. I think and some people on Instagram and YouTube. I mean,
wasn't there a third one?
Twitch, Rumble, YouTube,
no,
Kick.
not really. Kick
and Kick.
Twitch, Kick, and Rumble is where you're seeing a lot of people get in trouble.
And that's crazy how like people are going on Kick. Where you put like normally people go on Kick is like it's the ultimate freedom, but like if you get banned off Kick, that means you just get the internet, basically, because you're doing too much. It's not that serious. Like whatever you're doing is not that serious for views. But back to the situation at hand, a lot of people are wondering like, how did all this happen? And it's just like I always say, if you signing up for the internet, you better make sure you got nothing dirty in your closet.
No skeletons in your closet.
Because it's finna come out. And it looks like here that's exactly what happened. So on July 16th, this YouTube page posted a video saying this video is gonna make you hate Chris, and it definitely did. It showed you a whole bunch of stuff. It showed you basically how Chris was basically moving in 2019, basically going to MrBeast events and talking to
a lot of the conversations were allegedly on Discord.
Yes,
and like private chats on Discord with small groups, and like sometimes even the people in the chat would be like, "Hey, watch with the jokes. There's some young people in this Discord."
Yeah, so basically, so like my co-host was saying, so he'd meet these people at MrBeast, allegedly MrBeast's events. You know, they have friends, so they had their friends joining the Discord, and they were just talking real edgy, saying things inappropriate that you shouldn't just be saying to people. And then on top of that, to make matters even worse, Chris had this weird fetish for
hentai stuff.
hentai stuff. And I mean, at first, to me, I really didn't understand what that stuff was. I mean, I seen like a couple pictures they showed, but then once I went into a deep dive into this and seeing how like Chris and like Sandman were basically doing the things that Chris was paying for from Sandman, I was like, that's crazy. Like I didn't know he was doing all that to
Yeah,
like Logan's daughter and everything.
it's
It's
a
just
little bit much.
too much.
Because like people that are into like collector stuff, you a lot of times see that they're like or into like characters, and there's a lot of seductive characters. But then sometimes people take it too far, and they're making like explicit stuff with that, and it's like, do you really need it to be like that? Like,
Exactly. And then also, I mean, to make matters even worse, they're saying that some of the people that were basically in the Discord aren't speaking up because they allegedly got paid off. Some people were saying like, oh, they didn't get paid off, so they're basically telling their whole story. They're exposing text messages and Instagram messages.
well, and what's crazy is the main person in it, someone named Lava, which was supposedly the main person taken advantage of. That they were saying that they came out themselves and said that nothing was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They said nothing ever was done to me. I wasn't taken advantage of. But they did say, oh, the only thing that ever happened was inappropriate jokes on the Discord server. And it's like, you just admitted it, because how old were you at that time?
True.
And why are you, someone that's in their low 20s sending someone in their low teens inappropriate jokes?
True, yeah, I understand that. And then at the same time, I was like, well, what are the kids? What were they thinking? Like, was thinking like, I mean, they're cool. He's just a little weird, say a little edgy jokes. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing that ain't here from South Park. Nothing ain't here from like these shows
edgy
around.
jokes is one thing, but like you got to know how to have a barrier. Like, oh, I'm like joking with like people that these jokes are fine for. I'm like, oh, maybe these jokes aren't good for someone in this age group. You got to know the difference.
What do you think? I mean, you when you get older, you know the difference. But when you're younger, maybe I don't know. I'm trying to shoot him bail. I'm trying to see why he did it. But I mean, allegedly, we got another person here who said that they signed the NDA for MrBeast, but they don't care. They gonna speak up
right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024.
To a month.
Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast is done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
Get your money back.
Exactly. And at first when I was watching this, I was like, man, MrBeast don't got nothing to worry about, man. He already let go Chris. He sent out his PR team already sent out an apology, but they're saying allegedly like it's over 5,000 leaked messages done came out, and some of them MrBeast is allegedly in. I mean, he's not saying anything inappropriate, but he is in the whole message, so it leads you to believe like how much did he know?
And he's commenting. So it's like a chat going on where someone's saying something inappropriate, and then like two messages down, MrBeast is saying something, and he's almost being like, he's not really like frowning upon it. He's maybe even adding a joke, but maybe the joke might not be as bad.
Exactly.
So it seems like, this is like not something out of the ordinary for even his own behavior.
So I mean, the question is I have to my co-host and then you guys, you people also, is that do you think MrBeast should get some slack because at the same time, I mean, he's busy. He out here trying to cure people blindness, trying to give people teeth, giving people in Africa shoes. He ain't got time to go through the Discord.
Is that a guilty conscience?
To say you work, I mean, it could be a guilty conscience, but at the same time, like I'm busy working, like I don't got time to worry about who my friend is 16 years got in the Discord. Like I'm not looking into the age group, but like I don't think anybody's saying like they were showing pictures of themselves. Like, he was just showing those kind of photos. Sometimes they just say edgy jokes. So he probably thought it was like a normal group chat, but I mean, it still goes to show you. I mean, like do you really know your friends? Do you really know who they are?
And he was the weird thing that Mr. Tyson allegedly did is that he was calling him back in the day. He was calling the like interns on the Discord daddy. And it was like, yeah, he made it too weird, man. Like, it's one
That
thing
is
to
weird.
have jokes with friends, but to be joking with people that are kind of too young to be your friends and jokes like that, and then have Mr. Beast kind of maybe not making the same joke, but commenting or adding his own 2 cents, almost like continuing the joke. It's just a little. It seems like he knew something, and especially they have videos of him back in the day, where Mr. Beast is hanging out in Tyson's room, and they have like some of that art in the background, and the video has such been taken down or they edited that part out. But so apparently
Yeah,
they
so
feel
apparently he knew something because I mean, like, the video's old, so he knew 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, so if they're going back to old videos and editing stuff out that they feel is like inappropriate or that could actually like prove a point, it does look a little bit shady. And I don't know, and unfortunately, just kind of say this, you saw the kid that was in the video that was in the Discord.
The Nathan dude.
Yeah, well, it seems like they have a type. It seems like a lot of people that are in their crew, and a lot of the people that were on their Discords, they kind of all look like little squirrely like nerd kids.
Hey, I mean, it's always the people. I mean, it's just people that just want more, just want friends. Just wants to have a bigger friend group, and they just looking for love in all the wrong places. But I mean, with this situation, it just got worse. I mean, it gets worse because at first, if you only had one person saying that they knew about the situation with Chris, the lava dude. And then, but since he was out there, that person was out there denying this whole situation, saying like it didn't happen, they didn't see it that way. It's two more people that popped up out of nowhere that's also allegedly blaming Chris, but there hasn't been any arrest yet. Also, Mr. Beast still has his sponsorships, and I mean, a lot of people. It has a lot of people asking like, will anything happen to Mr. Beast, or do you think like he's just at this point he's just too big? And he's been doing so much positive stuff. Like YouTube won't do anything. Walmart's not gonna do anything.
I mean, the evidence keeps coming out. I think it's getting to a point where they might actually have to do something. I don't think this is going to go away. I think it's only going to get more and more information discovered.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like too many people kind of know too much and are kind of like, this is just the tip of the iceberg type of thing. So, with the iceberg, it's just a little bit of information on the top, but there's a whole bunch of information underneath the water.
Big
so
facts.
I think the truth is going to come to the light here. And unfortunately, I think it's, I don't know if it'll end Mr. Beast, but I think it is going to be a huge blow to kind of the trajectory that he was on.
I think he had like more than like 300 million. Yeah, more than like 300 million subscribers.
What if he drops to like 150?
That's still
that
a lot.
Many people want to sub.
That's still a lot, more than a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean it's still enough to have a whole channel and everything, but I just wonder what kind of backlash we're gonna see, or if you think that he's just so tuned in that he could dodge this and kind of, we'll see if he just puts all the blame on Tyson, and we're gonna have to see if that'll work, if he's gonna try to human shield it.
What he might try to do is just go on a tour. Go on an international tour where he goes to every place in Africa. No, he's not hide overseas. He's gonna do it everybody. He's gonna do so much philanthropy work in like Asia, India, Africa from next month all the way into like 2026.
That need water.
Basically, he's gonna give them all. He's gonna do everything.
He's gonna give each of them a school and a well.
He basically won't come back to like the 2026, and then by that time, this whole thing would have blew over.
I don't know if he could do that. I've seen other people do that.
What?
This one comedian that I followed that I used to be a fan of, that he was pretty huge, and then he got in trouble because allegedly he was like picking up drunk girls all the time.
Uh-huh.
And the reason that's bad is that he.
The Indian dude?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't drink at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was out there picking up drunk girls while he was stone sober. So, and they like had a couple girls speak out against him, and he had a podcast that he was like doing every week, and he was on tour doing comedy. He basically didn't do a podcast and didn't go on tour for like 8 months, 6-8 months, something like that. And then he came back and started doing the podcast again and just never addressed it. And on his first podcast back, all the comments were like, "We're so back. We're so great that you're back. Can't wait to hear your podcast every week." So everyone just like completely forgot.
You think everybody forgot about Lil Boom?
I mean,
Did you forget about Lil Boom?
You would never let anyone forget about Lil Boom.
I mean, I actually, you know what?
I heard that's what they call you.
I think he started back streaming.
No, I mean, I never really heard of him until he got in trouble, to be honest.
True that. I mean, what you know about because you know what, I always thought he was the Grand Wizard.
No, he's not Grand Wizard.
I always thought he was. But I mean, we gonna keep y'all more up to date in this whole
It's
Mr.
Metro Boomin.
All right, we gonna keep you up to date with this whole Mr. B situation. Let you know he's gonna be losing millions.
No more Feastables.
That's a lie.
Apparently his candy's nasty.
It's always true that. Yeah, I heard that and I heard the Prime was nasty also.
If you're watching this on TFTC Clips, make sure you go to Tales from the Crib to get the podcast early every week. And you can stay in tune with full 1080p